What shall I do for today? What is this? Oh. Well, I think I have an idea. Let's work this plan out a bit bigger. Let's place this one here, that one there. Give it a bit of a chinch on top, like that. Now let's move 4 of these right out here. Let's place one on top down here, because why not? And on the back side, we're going to do the same, like that. Let's place one more of these down here. 3 of these down there. And then let's do this. Let's add in a couple of colors here and there. I'll get some green in here. Blue down here and down here. Some orange. And maybe some reds. And then how about a bit of these right down there. You know, I think I can work this out pretty well. Alright, let's first grab a couple of these and expand that halfway. I guess this will be fine for now. What I'm going to do next is adjust the terrain. I'm happy the way this part looks right down here, but on this side the wall is going to be a little bit too high, but I got a plan in mind what I can do with this piece down here. You know, this looks already a lot better, but I feel like I need to add in another part right down here, something that really gets lower to the water a lot. Oh yeah, I can already feel the place starting to come alive. Of course, I'm seeing it all in my mind, but you know what? Let's just have a little walk. I guess I didn't add the whole thing, what I got down there, onto this little model, but it's gonna be colorful. It's gonna be vacation. It's gonna be happy. It's gonna be cozy. And I'm not sure how much I can do for today, but we're just gonna enjoy it. And I realize I'm going to need to add a lot of details around here, but oh man, I can see plants and palm trees and outdoor sitting, little shops and high colorful houses. Maybe a couple small little boats in there. Yes, look at this. Some barrels and crates and folks and fishing nets and... Whew. The sea is wild today, I have to say. But I think this dock is just, you know, maxed out. It's not too high, it's not too low. The water's... yeah. Alright, so the next thing that I would like to start off with is a corner building right down here. And some of you, slowly but surely, might recognize what I'm trying to recreate. And I'm saying recreate because, you know, some of you at the stream have noticed that I would like to build buildings that exist in real life. Don't mind the flags though, the game is being silly. I'm gonna give you guys just little teasers here and there between in, just to show you what I'm doing, and then you can see it being built up. Now, even though these are things from real life, I can not exactly make it the same, and or pictures sometimes are very difficult to see from certain angles. There will be enterable buildings, but there'll also be buildings that I like to call dummy buildings, because if I need to make a ginormous city out here, or a small city better to say, it's going to be super duper laggy before I build the last neighborhood. It is a new day for me, and yesterday when my brain started to get a little bit tired after like 4 hours, I went searching for more pictures, and then I noticed that I made a tiny little mistake, which, you know, it's sometimes difficult to see on pictures, right? And the thing is, I was all of a sudden like, do they have like Google Street View over there? Because, well, 10 years ago, not every country had that, I've noticed that. And this is something that I should have done earlier. So I went to this island, and they have indeed Google Street View, which, you know, I have a better view onto the building, which is actually fantastic. So from now on, I'm just going to use Google Street View. I'm not going to redo the part of the building. Basically, right down here, this part of the building is actually inwards, and in there are basically a couple of shop windows, and this building is apparently a little bit longer, and this sign here is also there. But you know, I like it already the way how it is actually, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. And I was also like, man, these pillars and these windows, they do not really aim out exactly onto the middle or at the side here. And then I looked at the building onto Google Street View, and even there, these pillars do not match everywhere exactly. You know, if you have OCD or a little bit like I do, then they do not match. And you know, even, well, this here isn't here. There's basically not a window between it. But for some reason, I like how it's uneven. I like how this, you know, it doesn't feel like completely all OCD. And I'm happy with that. I actually like it. I've also decided, you know, this little artwork thing, I'm just going to plump it right down here and use it as like a artwork piece or whatever. And this building is actually, well, it is yellow, but it has a slight bit of orange into it. But I'm not going to change the color. I'm just going to keep it like as it is. And then before you know, it is about almost 8 hours later just for this building right down here. But I had fun. It's actually amazing. It's a lot of fun to do. And of course, along the way, there will be some buildings that are a little bit more simple, but I want to keep it the same kind of style. I'm going to make a whole neighborhood out of these kind of buildings. And yeah, this gives me like very happy vibes, happy colors, sunny. There's going to be all plantation around here and benches. And yeah, this needs to feel like a vacation type of deal. And I'm happy with it. Yes, this building is not enterable, but this building that we're going to build near it will be enterable. I'm not going to spoil it just yet what that will be or what kind of color. But this building, you know, you just type Penha and then you will be able to find it on Google Pictures and just check it out for yourself. I tried to match it up as much as possible, but I've said before, if I knew it would have Google Street View, I would have done it earlier. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yes. From the inside it looks like this. It seemed like I've missed like a spot there, but yeah, I need to fill it in. I'll just use something flat to fill in the gaps, just in case, you know, we're gonna go on helicopter view, because I guess it is important too. So you won't see that. Yeah, I have been struggling a little bit with, you know, making this upper part, mainly the list that goes around the wall, or whatever you want to call it. And then once again, right down here, I had to make it, just copied and paste bits and pieces, and I tried to make it decorative as possible. Yeah, the one thing you don't see in the building is actually rain pipes, so I did add some rain pipes here and there. And I'm loving it. You have to really mess around with the colors too, because some of the original colors, just white, will show very dark. Like that, for example, it's very dark gray, and then I have to add like a little bit of glow into it. And yeah, oh. It was a lot of fun. It was absolutely a lot of fun. So in this case, in the next episode, we are going to make another building that comes near here. But not only the building itself, it will have an interior and or an exterior. I want to have something that goes around this place. I'm not going to just yet fully detail the whole area if it's about the outside, but I do want to add something that goes with the building. And then, yeah, let's see what color it will be. I guess it will be orange. Maybe reddish. I just have to shuffle a little bit with the colors and then see, you know, what in the end I will use. You can clearly see this yellow is different than that yellow. But those are worries for another time. And this glitchy stuff, yeah, also don't worry about that, because we will place a building against this building, so you won't see anything of that at all. And I only have to see what I'm going to do on the other side. I did make the roof already inclined like that, because I know